The NASCAR Truck Series Championship is just over 24 hours away, so I think it's just about time we go ahead and we break down all four contenders and who we think will end up being the champion at the end of tomorrow night's Truck Series race. So let's get into that and a little bit more here on Running with the Pack. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be the start of a three-part mini-series here as we get ready for the end of the NASCAR season. Each day, the day before the championship races, I'm going to be breaking down each championship four specifically and talking about who I think is the favorite to win out of those four and giving you guys my thoughts as to who I think what we might see for a potential surprise in there as well. And I also want to hear your guys' thoughts on who you guys think your championship pick is. Obviously, I'll be live streaming all three of these, so tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern, I'll be here for the truck race, 7 p.m. on Saturday, and then the cup race at 3. But yeah, when we're looking at these truck championship 4, I think the one outlier, if you're looking strictly at the wins column, which I know is what a lot of more casual fans, which honestly, I don't know how many casual fans even care about the Truck Series. I mean, if you're looking at the Truck Series in general, I feel like you're a diehard fan to some extent, but the wins column, there's one driver who's behind, but he's also the only driver in the Championship 4 with a championship pedigree. Ben Rhodes having a championship already under his belt. He's the only one of these 4. And he did it, I believe he did it at Phoenix, too, if I'm not mistaken, as to what track he secured his championship at. So, yeah, it has not been his year. He has the lowest top 5 total. Yeah. And he's not had the top 5s. He has not necessarily even had the top 10s. The speed as a whole, I would say, I would probably count him out, even though the championship pedigree. So, Ben Rhodes out of here. He is definitely not winning it this year, I don't think. He just hasn't shown me a lot of consistency anytime. It's like, oh yeah, this is a track you should run very well at. He's mid-pack at best. And mid-pack in the Truck Series is really bad. I mean, 6 top 5s on the year isn't terrible, but when you look at the fact that it's 22 races long, I mean, he is not doing enough, because top 5 will not be good enough tomorrow, I don't believe. I think you're going to have to be better than just 5th to make it into that championship spot. Then you look at your remaining 3 drivers. All 3 of these guys have 3 or 4 wins on the season. Carson Hocevar, very inexperienced, very young, and I know in the Xfinity Series, I discounted that for the, when it came to, or I basically said that that's why I didn't think Sammy Smith was going to be able to have that composure to find his way to the victory, and why I picked Allgaier for it. Now, I don't necessarily think that automatically rules Hocevar or Coreyheim out, because they're both extremely young. Grant Enfinger is much older than the other 2 on the in the championship 4 remaining after eliminating Ben. And his 2 wins so far this year, Milwaukee and what was his other one? Gateway. So I mean, 2 races that are very similar tracks to Phoenix. I would not say that Grant Enfinger is a bad guess whatsoever. He will be in the mix, I think, at the end of the race. And where it's the last race for that organization as a whole, because GMS has announced that they are shutting down their truck team following the Phoenix race tomorrow night. They do want to, I'm sure they want to go out with a bang, so this would be the best way possible to end off their Truck Series reign, because they have been a dominant Truck Series organization for quite a while now. But ultimately, though, I don't think he's gonna get there. I'd say he's gonna be in the mix. I just don't know if he's gonna have what it takes at the very end. Then you look at Hocevar and Coreyheim. Coreyheim, he's young, but even after missing a race due to injury, he came back, and I don't think he's had a race outside of the top 10 since that injury. I think last time he was outside the top 10 was like March, and March is a long time ago. But yeah, ultimately, when it comes to the two young guys, I think Hocevar is a little too all over the place. He has the extra win, but when you have 3 and 4 wins, I think it's pretty similar, the talent level there. And I just don't know about Hocevar's ability to keep it cool under pressure at the very end of the championship. Because coming into this year, he hadn't won a race yet. Heim had I think, a 2-win season last year for KBM. So I think that my championship pick, I'm going to say Coreyheim gets the Truck Series Championship tomorrow night under the lights at Phoenix. Again, I think it'll be a heads-up battle between himself and Grant Enfinger late in the race. I think there's a good chance that Ben Rhodes is fairly anonymous all night long, and I think Hocevar will probably take himself out of it somewhere around the midway point. So those are my predictions for the Truck Series. Again, tune back in tomorrow for the NASCAR Xfinity Series picks, and obviously tune in tomorrow night for the Truck Series stream as we watch and see if my predictions come out right. And it's gonna be a fun weekend. So yeah, again, Coreyheim is my championship pick, and again, if I had to rank them entirely, I would say it goes Heim. Then you've got Enfinger. I think those two will be both probably top 5 contenders tomorrow night. Then you've got Hocevar. I think a mid-race mistake might take him out the race entirely or just out of the top 10. And then you've got Ben Rhodes, who I think will be anonymous most of the day, maybe even an instant midway through. But those are my thoughts on the race. Of course, let me know who you guys think is going to win this NASCAR, Craftsman Truck Series Championship. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, live stream, whatever you guys say to do the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye!